I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting.
Erotic therapy.
Welcome to the Hey everybody, welcome to Grape Therapy. I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe here with Sydney Quinn, who is visiting for a little while. And you got to sit in on the Loren Gray podcast.
12-year-old me was screaming.
I think 9-year-old you.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And 12, but you love Loren Gray from TikTok.
Oh, I love
She's
her.
called the TikTok queen, and she is very fascinating girl because at 22, I don't think I had the perspective that she does, but she's been through a lot, and she went through a lot of bullying and ended up doing homeschooling and then became famous on TikTok. She's also got 23...
She was first on Musical.ly. And then she was on TikTok. She got famous on Musical.ly.
And she has 23 million followers on Instagram.
I looked at her TikTok. It was like 53.8.
53.8 million followers. That is huge. Yeah. I talked to her about the responsibility of that and this new upcoming movie that she's in.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to watch it.
So it's basically like, not a spin-off, but like the humor and setting of Superbad, which is one of my favorite movies, and she's got a really big role in it. So it was really interesting to talk to her, and I enjoyed it. Did you?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Okay. So my niece is 16. She's here with us today.
What year were you born?
2007.
Oh, that scares me so much.
I'm 85, guys. Okay? When I hear anyone born in the 2000s, I'm like, what? Like the other day, I thought this guy was so hot, and I looked him up, and it was like 1999. I was like, no.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel that a little bit.
22.
I used to
feel that way at 22.
I did a meet and greet the other day, and they were like, I don't know anyone here, like any of the new up and coming people. Like I only knew you, and I was like,
that's great.
I used to be that.
Well, buckle up. It's I was the Bachelorette 9 years ago, and I'm now at the phase where people's like, oh my gosh, my mom loves you. I'm like, oh my God,
That's
your
such
mom?
a compliment, though.
Sure.
Winning the affections of the moms is like, that's hype.
true. There's a lot of moms out there that don't like me.
Oh.
Sydney and I were actually laughing so hard going through my DMs.
It was so funny going through her DMs.
Oh,
Because, well, it's funny and it's sad. Because this one woman, who shall not be named, because she probably listens to this podcast, starts telling me about how my ex's new girlfriend is much prettier than me and better than me and all these things. And honestly, it didn't even faze me. I went, I'm not going to compare myself to my ex's new girlfriend. I do think she's pretty. She's successful. She's what does that mean? That doesn't take away from me. And it was just interesting to watch this and talk about this with Sydney, because 16 years old, you go through phases in life when people are mean, and you just realize that at any age, I'm sure, Sydney, have you experienced bullying? Yeah. You've experienced bullying.
I'm sorry.
You've experienced bullying.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously I'm not making an excuse for it because it's not okay. It's just like, it says everything about these people. Like we could do whatever the heck we want and they'll find reasons. And once I had an honest conversation with her, she was like, you know what? I think I'm just worried about you kids. And I was like,
talk to her?
Yeah. And I went, worrying is one thing, and that's kind. You can worry about me, but you don't need to compare me to another woman, and you don't need to tell me that I messed up in my life by letting something go. You don't know me. It's actually one of the best decisions I've ever made for myself. And
You're so brave.
You're a
reading
mother.
DMs.
You're a mother. Looks like you're about 65 to 70, and like, shame on you.
Yeah.
And
She's
that's
bored, probably.
Yeah, shame on you. So I know you've experienced a lot of bullying. I think we talked about it a little bit last time, which is funny because we both didn't remember that you were on this podcast.
Yeah.
2020, I say 2024 is on drugs. 2020 was just like a blackout year.
I don't remember that time period.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember what I was thinking. I don't remember where I was.
I feel like we were all just numb trying to get through like the scariest time of life, and that we all just blacked it out, and that's what we like to call trauma.
Yeah. Actually, I feel that way. I think I forget everything. Like, I remember this year, but then like anything that happened before that, I'm like, might not have happened actually.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you feel? This is the most random question. Like, when we were going through 2020, 2021, and all these bad things kept happening, and the world was just so scary, I got to a place where I was like, that fan right there could start talking to me, and I could realize that fans are aliens. And I'd be like, probably.
Yeah.
Like, nothing fazed me.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it toughened you up and kind of made you, like, fearless in life, or did it make you fragile?
I think it made me care less.
Yeah, cool.
Like, I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things happen.
I've been telling Sydney, you got to just roll with the punches at this point. Like,
yep.
Shitty things happen and scary things happen, and we're all just going to get through it together.
And you got to listen to the universe is what I've been learning recently. It's like, if there are things coming at you and you're like, a lot is happening right now, maybe take a step back.
Oh.
You're
lucky you learned that at 22. I'm learning that at 39.
I'm still learning it. I don't want to believe it, but I know it's true.
It is true. And I always say that women's intuition is really bananas. Like, it's hard to get quiet these days with social media, but if you really get quiet and listen to your body, it'll tell you what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
It really will.
Yeah.
So you started Musical.ly, TikTok at what, 2019? Or were you on it before that and that's just when it blew up, was around 2019, 2020?
It started blowing up around 2017.
Oh, 2017.
When I was 13.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you handle that level of attention at 13?
Not well.
Yeah.
Not well. But at the same time, I was really looking for that.
Yeah.
Like, I needed not fame or like anything like that, but I was just so lonely. And it was I found like a community there.
Oh, that's nice.
It was good in that regard. Obviously, once things get bigger and bigger, there's more and more to be careful about and more that's going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
But at the time, especially in the very beginning, it was like perfect because
Really?
It fell into my lap. It happened by accident. And then all of these people cared about me.
I don't think that's by accident.
I don't either.
Okay.
So crazy story. My mom, when I was 12, so right before all of this happened, I remember exactly where we were. We were going down a hill by my house and we were driving somewhere. And my mom is like, she's tapped in.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's tapped into.
Yeah.
But she just knows things and she's really good at manifesting things.
Yep.
And she looked at me and she was like, out of nowhere, she was like, "You're going to be famous." And I was like, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want people in my business. And my mom was like, "I don't know.
Really?
It's gonna happen." And I was like, "Oh no, that's the last thing I want." And then like literally 6 months later, everything started spiraling.
So you didn't want it, and then when it happened, you were like, "Wait, this is amazing."
Yeah, and I was like, in a way, it was kind of exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
There was nothing at school that made me feel whole. I always felt like something was missing, and I didn't make friends easily. I actually had quite the opposite experience. So yeah, I don't know. Once that happened, things started to make sense a little more.
What do you think that is in high school? Like,
me was middle school. I never made it to high school.
Oh, middle school.
I was homeschooled in high school.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, probably not amazing because it was probably because you were getting bullied.
Yeah, I left school initially because of that. Well, I left school twice. I left school in the 5th grade because I was bullied for... I was really ugly. I was really, really ugly.
Oh, bless.
And people thought I was like albino and they were afraid of me.
Oh,
because I was so blonde.
Gosh.
So that was, I left school after that and I went back. I would finish my schoolwork. I was doing online school. I would finish super fast and then I would go online and watch makeup tutorials.
Yeah.
And I learned how to do makeup while I was homeschooled. And then in 7th grade, I told my mom, I was like, I want to go back because I felt more confident because I knew how to do my hair and do my makeup. And so I went back and then the whole Musical.ly TikTok thing started and I ended up leaving again because I was bullied for the opposite reason.
See, it doesn't matter. You are a beautiful person on the inside and out, and you will get bullied for your outside appearance and your inside appearance because, and I always say this, people are afraid of a bright light, and you are a bright light. Sydney is a bright light, and people don't know how to deal with that if they have their own inner darkness. And it's sad for them, but obviously you can't process that as a young woman.
And I can't imagine like what Sydney's experience is now, especially because the internet was sort of, it was on the rise, I guess, when I was in middle school, but now it's like everything. So I can't imagine.
What is your experience?
It's so bad.
Tell us why.
Why I got bullied?
No, like why the internet? Well, sure, but why is the internet so bad right now?
Everything just gets shared so easily, and like every time like something happens, someone texts the other person, and then it just goes everywhere, and everyone knows about everyone's business.
And it probably blows up into something that isn't true, and then
a whole bunch of rumors start. Yeah.
And why are people mean to you?
Yeah.
Because I'm short.
Because you're short?
Girl, please.
Because you're short?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
They make fun of you because you're short?
And they say I'm fat. So.
That's absurd. Don't listen to that.
But yep. Okay. Well, I will say my heart, like I would have cried right now, but
That's
her
so upsetting to me.
confidence.
Yeah.
You have such.
I don't
good-
even care.
Well, you care
Good.
A little bit,
Yes,
but like
it
doesn't-
hurts, but you don't let it define you. Yeah, because you are very confident,
And you know that people say things from an insecure place,
Oh,
right?
100%.
Good.
and you witness it with your auntie who's 39 and like just like trying to live my truth, and people are like, "I hate you," and I'm like, oh. So do you think it helps you to watch me get bullied?
I don't know.
I mean,
I can't believe that.
I don't know the
What do
right
you
answer to that one.
What do you say to people, Sid, when they say things like that to you?
Nothing. It's over social media. No one says anything to their face anymore.
Nah.
Everyone's too
Period.
scared to say it to their face.
Yeah. It's like a little drug for people where it makes them feel better in the moment to bring you down, but then they go to sleep at night and they're probably like, I'm a dick.
also, this is something that I started learning, I would say, after I turned like 20, but I've talked to you for maybe 5 minutes, and I promise you, you're smarter
Yeah.
than all of those people, and that goes such a long way. Like, if anything, like, at the end of the day, I don't look like this. I take off my makeup, I look like a rat.
No.
And I get into bed and I sit in my nest and I sit happy knowing that
Yeah.
I was smarter than everyone that ever made me feel terrible. And like, you don't realize the value of that when there's things like popularity and looks and
Followers.
followers in the mix. But
Yeah.
like, your intelligence and the way
Kind
that your
heart.
brain works,
Yeah.
so much more valuable.
Oh, it really is. She has the kindest heart, and you're just such a lovely human. And that's literally, 'cause I don't even remember high school. Like, it doesn't matter.
I hate
literally,
high school.
Well,
It's the worst.
Me too.
I
I didn't even go. I'm like, yeah.
Maybe you should get homeschooled in your last year, Sid. That sounds kind of nice.
My best friend, she left school, I think her senior year or sophomore year, something. She left school and then her and I became friends. But it was the same thing, like
Yeah.
girls being evil, and she just left. And for her that was like the right thing. And she's, you know, one of the kindest, nicest, most amazing people I know. And it's
Yeah.
like people prey on that too.
Oh my gosh, they'll prey on anything.
Let me guess, your medicine cabinet is crammed with stuff that doesn't work. You're still having trouble sleeping, still dealing with pain, stress, constant companion. I was right there with you. So I decided to clear out my cabinet and hit the old reset button on my health with CBD from CB Distillery. And let me tell you, game changer. Their targeted formulations are made from the highest quality, clean ingredients. So no fluff, no fillers, just pure, effective CBD solutions designed to truly support your health. In fact, 2 non-clinical surveys showed that 81% of customers felt more calm, 80% found relief from pain after physical activity, and an impressive 90% reported better sleep with CBD. Okay, so I personally love my sleep, and it did improve it so much. And if you're struggling with health concerns and haven't found relief, CB Distillery might be the change you need. With over 2 million customers and a 100% money back guarantee, CB Distillery is a trusted source of quality CBD. Plus, I've got a 20% discount for you to get started. So just visit cbdistillery.com, use code VINE for 20% off. That's cbdistillery.com, code VINE. You've heard me rave about how much I love Dime Beauty's clean and affordable skincare, and now it is the perfect time to see what all the fuss is about. Now, it only happens once a year, okay? The Dime Beauty Anniversary Sale, it is here, and you can get 25% off site-wide. I've been using their work system. Let me tell you, game changer. Dime Beauty is all about high-end skincare that's not only clean and effective, but also super affordable. I wanted something simple yet powerful, so I started with their Works collection, and you get everything you need. You got a gentle cleanser, a toner, 2 amazing serums, and 2 luxurious moisturizers. Basically, the full package. It's all you need. And while you're at it, go check out their Serum Duo, the Tinted Wonder Screen, or their incredible TBT cream, which is a retinol alternative that I've talked about for a while now. It's got over 2 million happy customers and countless 5-star reviews. So what are you waiting for? Head to dimebeautyco.com now to get 25% off site-wide during their anniversary sale. So whether you're stocking up on your favorites or you're going to try something new, don't miss out. And hurry, because the sale ends Monday. That's dimebeautyco.com for 25% off site-wide until Monday.
It's just crazy. You've gone through a lot in your very short life so far. You still have like what, over 20, like do you have 28 million followers on Instagram?
No. Something. 23? Something.
That's crazy. I always try and think about it like this. Like I look around. We were at the Zach Bryan concert the other night.
The best concert I've ever
Of
been to.
life.
Was it fun?
Oh,
So
it was
good.
everything. And I look around and there's probably, I don't know, 65,000 people in there. And that's, you're looking out at that and you're going, this is so many crowds and crowds of people. And then you like times that by however to equal 23 million. Do you ever think about it like that? Like just football fields and stadiums and stadiums and stadiums and hundreds of stadiums of people just watching you? Or did I just freak you out?
Probably just freaked her out.
I mean, I've thought about it that way for sure, but it doesn't feel that way.
Do you feel like a responsibility, or are you really just in your own lane of like, this is what I do on Instagram. I don't have to get into politics. I don't have to get into religion. I don't have to share this aspect of my life. Do people try and like tell you you've got a responsibility because you've got this platform?
Yes.
Yeah.
But my responsibility for myself has always been to young girls.
Yeah.
And to
Me.
younger people. So you know what I mean? Like, because there's a lot of things that I don't know, and I don't want to pretend to know or try to like be holier than thou on. But one thing I do have experience in is being a really sad, lonely, isolated 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And all of my experiences through, between 13 to now, I do know that. And I do feel like I have a place in that. And that's something that I'm really confident in. And so, yes, I feel a responsibility in a sense. And it's not even to like I have to be a role model. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
you just want to be you.
And yes, and kids aren't dumb. Like they know I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But if there's even like a little something that I can say that sticks with someone like Sydney, who's like in school and dealing with those kind of people, then that's where my purpose is in all of it.
Gosh, so I love the younger generation these days.
Me too. And I think that it's so, like, the internet can be so great.
Yeah.
And the internet can be so terrible.
Yeah.
And like I said, my experience was on, like, the precipice of it becoming what it is now. But even at that time, I had people tweeting about me and posting about me and threatening to jump me on Snapchat and all of these things.
I had that happen to me once, to get threatened to
Girl.
jump on Snapchat.
And they're never going to do it, right?
No.
No.
But like that could be reported to the police.
Yes, but no one does, because it's just school, and it's
Yeah.
And you also don't want to be the person that's making it a bigger scene or making it a bigger deal than it has to be.
Oh, I don't like that though. I'm like, use your voice, stand up for yourself. Call the cops.
I mean, my mom was showing up to people's houses.
That
My mom didn't
would be
care.
me.
My mom was showing up to the school like once a week. My mom was showing up to people's houses.
Bless your mom.
But I would be like, Mom, please no, because you just don't want to draw attention to yourself, and you kind of want to like blend into the background. But when you're older, knowing what you know, it's so easy to be like, who cares?
Yeah. Well, I guess that is just part of the journey of life. You just have to go through these things, learn the hard way. The way we all learn lessons is through the thick mud.
Yeah.
You can't get around it. You just got to go through it. And then we all like are so much stronger and wiser and better for it. So how do you compare yourself now, like the person you are on social media now, in your life now outside of social media, to when you were 13, 14, 15, going through all this crazy stuff?
I definitely think I'm more resilient, but I still have a lot of lingering feelings.
Yeah.
And even my experiences through my teenage years up until now have been so trying. It's like, I feel like if I were meant to break by now, it would have happened. So I do feel like I've gotten stronger, but there's still that part of me that doesn't really value myself truly. And that's something that I've been trying to work on.
Yeah. It's a lifelong project, by the way.
But I put myself in situations and I'm like, dude, everyone's telling you you're better than this.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to see it. So I think there's both sides of the coin. On one side, I do think I'm stronger. When it comes to the internet, there's not a lot that can affect me. But in my personal life, I just feel like I don't value myself as much as I probably should.
And are you working on that? Like, what do you do for your mental health?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to start a lot of the time. I mean, for me, I've tried to build better relationships with the people around me, lean on people more, because that's something that I feel like in the past I've felt weak doing is like reaching out to friends and asking them to hang out or whatever, because you just feel like a burden.
Yeah.
Especially because like I have like 2 groups of best friends, and one group, they're a couple, they've been dating for almost 10 years. My other best friends have been dating for 7.
Wow.
And then there's me.
And then there's me.
Right.
I'm like 39 and I'm like, how have people been together for 10 years and I'm over here just struggling to find a...
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm the person that's like, hey guys, can I come watch a movie with you? And they're
Yeah.
like, actually, we planned a date tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. So you're not dating?
No, not currently.
That's
not
okay.
anymore.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, not anymore.
But we're happy about that.
I think so. I think it'll end up being for the best.
Yeah.
It's just I'm in that delicate phase right now.
I feel that.
But sometimes walking away is the strongest thing you can do for yourself. So
woo! Snaps for that. Snaps for that.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
And it's hard when you're like, you don't really truly believe that you deserve better.
Yeah.
But I just kind of have to take everyone else's word for it and let it do its thing and run
Well,
its course.
take their word, but also, like I said, get quiet with yourself and write out. Do you ever journal?
Yes. And I have like kind of imposter syndrome when I do.
Interesting.
I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this or if I'm just really like probably messed up a little bit. But when I start journaling and I start like writing stuff out, I feel so detached. And I'm like,
Interesting.
I feel like I'm reading about someone else's life and I'm like, no, surely not.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I get like imposter syndrome and
Oh my God, my brain. Sometimes this is where I wish I was a therapist because I'm like, I want to know what that means.
yeah, me too. It's probably something I really bad, but and I actually did recently start talking to a therapist. This is
Good.
something that I've been like super on the fence about because I was like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't feel ready to unpack things, and then I just start talking, and she didn't get a word in.
Yeah.
Probably the first like 3 sessions.
Yeah.
And I need to see her again, but
Oh my gosh, therapy has changed my life.
I love therapy.
Yeah. Sid goes to therapy. I go to therapy. We highly recommend.
Yeah.
It really is. It's not even if you, it's like you said, you just go in and all of a sudden you're talking and they don't, and sometimes that alone can help.
Yeah.
Is just getting out your thoughts. That's why I like journaling too, it's just getting out your thoughts and like going back to, you think it's the right thing and your friends are telling you this, but I think you know in your gut
yeah,
it's the right thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm taking small steps.
Big changes happen in the micro shifts.
Yeah.
Big things happen over time in the small steps. So you just keep taking those small steps and then like life goes by so fast. I never believed my parents when they said that. And then
Yeah.
my 30s passed and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And when I look back on my 30s, all the small changes have led me to where I am. And I'm like, even though I seem like a complete disaster to certain people online, I'm actually in the best place I've ever been. And in every way. I just, yeah. I mean, I'm still a hot mess and I'm still emotional and I'm still figuring things out and I still have wild insecurities and I still, all the things. But I said this with Jared Freed. I'm like, I'm just so confidently insecure.
And everyone is.
Yeah.
I don't.
You just got to lean in.
I don't believe that anyone's truly completely secure.
No.
And if you are, I'd love to meet you.
No, you wouldn't love to meet them. That's called cocky
Yeah.
and delusional.
And it's like a little scary.
All right, you guys, I have been on quite the makeup journey as of lately, especially since I was in Costa Rica and I had the absolute pleasure of getting my makeup done every single day, which I can't wait to share what that's about. But it's been such a blast exploring the world of beauty. I get more into it year after year, and I think it is because I get so many tips and tricks from professionals. So experimenting with everything from bold eyeliners to the perfect lip glosses. I feel like every day I get to discover new ways to enhance my look, and it's been so exciting to find products that really make me feel fabulous and camera ready. Even one time Cleo was like, "Oh, you got your makeup professionally done." I was like, I did it. It was me. And just in time, because guess what? Macy's is having their 10 days of glam right now. And if you're as obsessed with makeup as I am, or even if you're just starting to dabble and dip your toes, if you will, into the beauty world, this is the perfect opportunity to treat yourself to some new products, okay? So the timing couldn't be better for me personally to expand my collection with all of these incredible deals. I love a deal. So one of my absolute must-haves that I have absolutely fallen in love with is Tarte's Shape Tape Concealer. Everybody's obsessed obsessed with this, and now I see why. This little miracle worker. It has been my go-to for brightening up my under eyes and giving my face that fresh, awake, alive look, especially on those long days when I'm in front of a camera. It is a total game changer. And if you haven't tried yet, now is the time, because Macy's 10 days of glam sale means that you can get up to 50% off on this and so many other amazing beauty products. So let's talk about Dry Bar's dry shampoo. Another must try. It gives my hair so much volume and it makes those non-wash hair days even better, which I love. I really try to only wash my hair once a week. So I use Dry Bar's dry shampoo a lot, and it also smells like heaven in a bottle. It's an extra perk. Macy's is pulling out all the stops with top brands like Lancome, Dry Bar, Estee Lauder, Benefit, Clinique, Kiehl's, and MAC, just to name a few, which are like all of my favorites. So whether you're into skincare, hair care, or makeup, there's literally something for everyone, and these deals are just way too good to pass up. So what I love most about Macy's 10 Days of Glam is that it's not just about snagging beauty deals. It's about discovering new products that can truly elevate your whole routine. So for me personally, it's been super fun to play with different looks and colors and mix and match products and find out what really makes me feel confident and glamorous. And with all these discounts, it's literally a perfect excuse to try something new, whether it's a bold new lip color or a luxurious face cream or that hair tool that you've been eyeing. I've been actually trying to go for a few more bold eyeshadow looks because, again, if you saw all my looks while I was in Costa Rica, we kind of went for it and I love it. So if you're ready to refresh your beauty stash or simply want to indulge in some self-care, then head on over to Macy's in-store or shop online at macys.com/10 days of glam, okay? Trust me, your beauty routine will thank you. That's macys.com/10 days of glam. Okay, finding the right shampoo and conditioner. Sometimes feels like you're on a never-ending little quest, doesn't it? So frustrating with every product seeming to promise everything and deliver nothing, am I right? But that's where Way steps in and totally changes the game. They're all about helping you embrace their unique style, especially when it comes to wash day. Whether you have fine, medium, thick hair, Way has crafted the perfect shampoo and conditioner duo just for you. Now, for me, it was about striking that perfect balance, volume without heaviness and shine without greasiness. So since I started using Way's medium shampoo and conditioner, my hair feels lighter. I feel like it looks bouncier and genuinely healthier. It's like my hair's finally kind of getting what it truly needs and deserves. So if you're unsure about your hair type, Way has a super easy hair quiz. It takes the guesswork out. Tried it myself. I was really actually impressed by how accurate the recommendations were. So if you're ready for hair care that really gets you, head over to theway.com and use code VINE to get 15% off your entire purchase. That's THEOUAI.com, code VINE.
I want to know what the transition, you were literally called the TikTok queen.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're into singing and acting, and we'll get into that acting. That's huge, this role that you have. What has the transition been like for you? Do you love it? Are you like, because TikTok is obviously fun, but are you like, okay, then what's next? Like, what's more for me?
Yeah.
How's that been?
I mean, I feel like people are always shocked when content creators step out of the box and try different forms of, more traditional media.
Too. Yeah.
But I've explained it this way a couple of times. If someone's consistently putting themselves out in front of an audience, that's just someone who loves performing. And to me, it's like naturally that person's going to want to try other things. And for me, like I started before social media, I was doing cheerleading and I was doing competitive whatever shows. And then I started social media, and I feel like it's kind of the natural trajectory of someone who really loves performing. And I mean, it hasn't been simple. You have more to prove. Yeah. Of course, because of preconceptions. Yeah. But
yeah, that's true.
That being said, I've been more selective. I've had to work harder, which for me I think is a good thing because I love a challenge. Yeah. And it's been great, honestly. Yeah. And like even the music industry is I've had bumps there, of course. Yeah.
I heard the music industry is rough. It's rough out there.
I've talked about it so much, but it's just, you got to be a different kind of strong to put yourself through that. But beyond that, I think it's just the natural sort of evolution of someone who really, really wants to perform.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it takes a lot of confidence and bravery to like step outside a comfort zone and accept a challenge. I feel like that's huge. I hope you give yourself, I hear you and I just go, give yourself credit. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. You're doing big things. And
I think the day that I give myself credit, though, is the day that I just get complacent.
No.
And I've kind of always thrived off of being like, no, keep going.
Okay, I'm the same way, but I've had to like really work on sitting back and like appreciating and like soaking in the wins that I've had over my years instead of being like, okay, but what else could I do? Like,
Yeah.
you really have to do that. It's a practice.
Yeah. And I think for me, it's a kind of a balance of removing myself from LA for a little bit. I go back to Pennsylvania and I have my moments there, and I will stay there for a couple weeks at a time. And that's been super helpful.
Yeah.
And just kind of being like, okay, that was a good run. Let's regroup.
Yeah.
But it's hard when it's you, because I'm so good at celebrating other people. But when it comes to myself, it's like I don't want to look at that.
Have you done personality tests before?
Which one?
The Enneagram.
What's that?
She's such a 2. I want you to take a personality test. I'm just
Okay.
you sound like the helper or like I feel like I don't know. No, I'm just labeling you as a 2, but I want you to take it just because I love learning everything I can about myself. I want to know my birth chart. I want to know my personality test. I want to know everything that I can. I want to get to know myself. So do the Enneagram test and then let me know.
Well, I think the most telling thing about me is like, a lot of people are going to roll their eyes right now, but I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
But I'm a double Cancer. So I have
Little
Cancer
emotional
rising and Cancer
sweetie.
moon.
Yeah.
And then my sun is Aries. But I actually like one of the personality tests I've done, because I also love to dissect myself.
Yeah.
Told me that I was like avoidant, which that tracks.
Yeah.
It tracks.
Adds up.
It adds up.
Interesting.
But like I want to know if I'm a 2 or a, yeah.
I'm curious.
Where do I do that?
Enneagram.com, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I want to do Sydney's. Have you ever done a personality test, Sid?
I haven't, no.
We should do it after this.
Wait,
Kinda.
yes. And you're a Capricorn, aren't you?
Yeah.
I love Capricorns.
I do too, actually.
Oh,
Very
I
fun.
love it. Yeah, you're so stable. Well, she like tilts her head. You're stable, but with hormones, so that makes sense. That's.
back
Do
to
you
the
get mad
woman.
when I talk about your hormones all the time?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's talk about you have a big character you're playing in. Is it a movie or a show?
Movie.
It's a movie. Okay, it's called Incoming. And what attracted you to this role? Tell us all about it, because this is
Yeah,
on.
I want to know.
Yeah,
I wanna
we're
know.
very excited about this.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my first movie I've ever been a part of, and there's been roles that have come in, and I was really excited about this one because it was the first one that I auditioned for that seemed out of the ordinary for me. It seemed like sort of left field, something people wouldn't expect, and the script was hilarious, and I wanted it so bad because you get offered a lot of roles, especially when you have like the followers and the numbers, that people just want you there for the sake of having you there to bring in whatever audience you have pre-existing. But I wanted something that I had to work for and win. And I did so many auditions. I did self-tapes. I went in person and read with the Sherman brothers in person. It's very like super bad-esque humor, that raunchy out there. And my role was very, as Helen likes to say, it was very humanizing.
Oh, I love that.
And I don't think people will be expecting where it goes, for me specifically.
Yeah.
But I've watched the movie so many times now, and I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited to watch.
Yeah, we're so excited. And you've already filmed it.
Yeah.
When does it come out?
It comes out in August.
In August. Okay. So will it be in theaters?
No, it's coming out on Netflix.
Oh, even better.
Even better.
Yes, there it will be.
I'm like, theaters are a dying breed. Put that shit on Netflix. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Imagine being on Netflix. Like, that'd be so cool.
I mean, I am on Amazon Prime. Back in the day, if you want to search Bachelorette season 11.
Girl, that is exciting.
Hulu, Dancing with the Stars. But Netflix is like the goal.
You were on Dancing with the Stars?
I won.
You did? To brag or anything.
Yeah. That's so cool.
I won.
You're so cool.
That
awesome.
I'll tell you what, nothing made me feel cooler than winning that show. I was like, I am cool.
You were like, yes, I am the
was like-
star and you are dancing with me.
Yeah. And I am a mirror ball champ. No, it's crazy because I grew up dancing my whole life, and then I like couldn't make it as a dancer because I wasn't good enough. So it was like the full circle moment where I'm like,
you made it.
I was like in my 30s, and I was like, I just won the mirror ball. I am a dancer.
There you go.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Sometimes the validation comes later.
Okay, so you said a little bit It's like the raunchy kind of pulling from Superbad inspiration, funny comedy, which is like one of the most iconic movies of all times. Like I quote that movie all the time. Is there anything like behind the scenes that you could talk about? Like, did you have a little crush on whenever I was in musical theater, I always had a crush on like the most unexpected human. I'd like hear him sing a bar and I'd be like, oh, wait, what? Michael Topping. That's his name. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, so for most of the time I was only on set with 2 of the boys.
Yeah.
And they were like 15. So.
So no.
A little weird.
Fair enough.
No, but they were really cool. And I spent a lot of time with them, obviously. So we were good friends.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I enjoyed seeing. I actually had a friend in the movie. His name's Thomas Barbuska, and I didn't really register that he was in the movie until I saw him on one of the last days of filming.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a tick.
yeah, I was like, wait.
Interesting.
When did you get here?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wait, and you're like a big role in this.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Give yourself the damn credit, woman.
Yeah.
You're a
Yes.
big role in this. Yeah. And you worked hard to get there. What would your dream role be moving forward in the acting world?
I don't know. I really, really love, like, what I really loved about this is that it was unpredictable and I wasn't just playing, like, the popular girl.
Yeah.
It was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
There was more depth to the character,
Cool.
and I really appreciated that. So I like things that are a challenge.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's been a lot of no-brainers that have come my way, and I'm like,
Yeah. I get that. I'm the same kind of person. Like, I love a challenge.
Off the Vine is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. And let's face it, sometimes multitasking is overwhelming. Like when your favorite podcast is playing, the person next to you is talking, your car fan's blasting, you're trying to find the perfect parking spot. But then again, sometimes multitasking is easy, like quoting with Progressive Insurance. They do all the hard work of comparing rates so you can find a great rate that works for you, even if it's not with them. Give their nifty little comparison tool a try, and you might just find that getting the rate and coverage you deserve is easy. All you need to do is visit Progressive's website to get a quote with all the coverages you want, like comprehensive and collision coverage or personal injury protection, and then you'll see Progressive's direct rate, and their tool will provide options from other companies all lined up, ready to compare, so it's simple to choose the rate and coverages you like. Press play on comparing auto rates, quote at progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Just because you are the TikTok queen and stuff goes down in the TikTok world, but we all see, speaking of Netflix, the show on Netflix, what is it called?
Dancing with the Devil.
There's that show, Dancing with the Devil, about the TikTok world. Did you know these people have anything to do with this world? No. Okay.
No.
Did you hear about it at any point? And when the documentary came out, you're like, I'm glad this is getting exposed? Or you just saw it come out and you're like, what the hell?
I had no idea. I didn't even know I didn't know of any of them until, and I mean, at least I don't think I did.
Yeah.
But the influencer sphere has gotten so big, and there's always messed up things happening.
Yes.
That, like, it was really sad. It wasn't surprising necessarily. 'Cause
Yeah.
I see crazy stuff
I
all the
bet.
time.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't know anyone personally.
Okay. God, I watched it and I was like, I had 2 thoughts of it. One, I was like, the family doing this to the daughter, I'm like, this feels like you're ruining your relationship with her even more because she seems quite happy. But also I want people to be exposed if they're doing something wrong. So it was interesting to watch. But I just, like, remember, I don't know if you're ever part of there's like a TikTok house for, you weren't part of that. Okay, gosh, yeah, I can't imagine
Those
what.
were crazy.
Yeah.
Those were.
Like, people. Like,
I don't have the mental stamina for that.
no, then these kids were driving like Ferraris and living in this house at the age of
The Hype House is one of
the
them.
hype house.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid. Yeah. Okay, so who's your favorite person to follow on TikTok?
I don't know, because I just kind of, like, scroll.
Yeah, okay, so what's your favorite kind of content to consume on TikTok?
My algorithm is really not normal, I don't think. It's a lot of, like, carousel, like, type.
Oh, really?
Like, swipe memes,
Oh, I don't
stuff
have
like
time for
that. I don't know. I try not to scroll too much.
Good for you.
Because then I've been reading more.
Bless.
Yes and no, because I think reading, depending on what you're reading, for me, it's like the same mindless, like, duh, like I'm reading the book and it's just like the most intense plot line. I'm just like tapped in.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like the same mindless like activity, but at least I'm learning new words.
That's what I think. That's what I think when I
That's
when I
not
read
like
books.
skibbity whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's
like
how
actual
I feel.
words.
When I read books, I'm like, at least my vocabulary is probably growing a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Google words when I don't know them. So that's
But I will say TikTok inspires me to be a little funnier.
yeah.
Like
'Cause
I'm like, oh, shit.
also it's very humbling. So I'm like, I'm not that funny.
so humbling.
I think I'm so funny, and then I watch TikTok and I'm like, not really. I like Brittany Broski a lot.
okay. Do you know who that is? Sid?
If I saw her page, I'd probably.
She has a podcast. She was like the kombucha meme.
Yes.
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
god, I'm obsessed.
I love
Yes.
her. I think she's really funny.
She's so funny.
I don't know. I try not to watch like too many people that are similar to me because then I start getting a little bit going a little bit
That's why
crazy.
That's why I don't listen to podcasts
Yeah.
because I start comparing
And you're like, oh my god, this person's so much more interesting and cooler than me.
Yeah. I do that all the time. I do it all the time. God, if there wasn't a world of social media, would we still be comparing ourselves so much to so many other people?
Yes.
Okay.
You watch Bridgerton?
I watched the first season.
Okay, I'm on the first season right now. I just started the second season on my drive here. I was like listening to it.
Amazing.
Like that's my podcast.
Yeah.
But even then, they're like, you know, Daphne is the diamond of the season, and all the girls are like, ugh. You know, it's the same vibe.
It's true.
There's always someone to compare yourself to.
God.
Even when I was like a kid, I was comparing myself to my sister. I was like, she's so cool.
Oh,
You
that was
know?
me in the dance studio. We just
There's always ways to
Yeah.
compare yourself and be like, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
And whatever. But then everyone else is like, you're so dope.
yeah, I know. We gotta hype ourselves up the way a best friend would to us.
Yeah, and I have great
Why
friends.
do we not want to be our own best friends?
I don't know. I don't know if I can handle being friends with myself. I think about this. I was so blessed to not have a twin.
Yeah, I've said that before about myself.
I
too.
would be the evil twin too, and that's
I would.
I know that.
I would be so competitive. My ego would be too big, and I would be like, yeah, there can't be two of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I feel you on that.
What upcoming projects do you have besides a huge show on Netflix? What are you excited about right now?
Well, I'm starting music again.
Amazing.
So I'm excited.
What's your
for
favorite
that.
style of music?
Everything.
Really?
I listen to everything, and a lot of people don't take me seriously when I say that, but like from heavy metal to country to like Taylor Swift, everything in between.
That's me.
I listen to.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been listening to the acoustic version of "I Took a Pill in Ibiza" by Mike
Oh,
Posner.
incredible.
I discovered that recently because I'm going to Ibiza.
Oh.
And I was listening to the song, and then I was like,
Oh, the song's deep.
ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt a personal attack there, and I was like,
Yeah.
ouch, add to playlist.
Yeah.
So that I've been listening to a lot. Also, Helen showed me this cover from the band Michael Sarah Palin of "If It Makes You Happy" by Sheryl Crow.
Oh.
And it's like a rock version of that song,
Cool.
and it's so sick.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that.
I think you'll like it.
I love. Well,
You
I'm
strike me as
obsessed
a
with
woman
Cheryl-
with taste.
Thank you. You wouldn't tell by my outfit together. I'm wearing boxer
To the
shorts
people in
and
the
cowboy
DMs,
boots.
she's got taste.
I like to think so, but I always feel like I'm like, am I one of those people that's just 39 now where I go like I'm just trying too hard to keep up with the young folk?
No.
Okay. Thank God. Not that like you need more than 23 million followers, but where can people find you?
I don't even know my ads. At Loren Gray, somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's Loren.
Yes.
And is the gray with an A?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's important information.
Killed it. No one ever gets that right. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah, thank you.
I do my research. Like with your Instagram page, do you ever like will you promote the Netflix show or do you strictly stick to your niche of content?
No, I post everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you'll post this podcast. Cool.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Like I could really use those views. Thank you so much for coming on, and I'm so excited. Sydney and I we should FaceTime and watch the movie together.
We should.
That's cute.
Yeah,
We should.
we'll do
Or
that.
just fly me out to come see you. That works too.
Okay, I'll do that too.
That works too.
So when we're watching the movie, what can we expect?
It's crazy. There's a lot happening.
Okay.
A lot happening all at once.
Like what's the setting? Is it high school?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's all about this party.
Okay.
So, and I'm
Okay.
there
And you're at the party.
until I'm not.
Oh shit! She did. Oh god.
Well, okay.
You're at the party till you're not. Sold. That was a good teaser right there.
Thank you. I think that was.
I
was that
will
a
be
good-
watching.
Yeah. Enough said. Thank you so much for coming on. You're such a little
course.
gem. You are a light. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Yeah. You got to believe in yourself a little more.
Working on it.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now ending. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.